All right. Well, what's going on? I got some commercials. You done? All right. Start out with, got a package from TX Rebel. We did a little trade. I sent him some locks, two for himself, and then got one going over to Sarah overseas. I'll put that away. Should be enough. Nice. That's such a cool sticker. I really like that. I used to draw skulls all the time back in school. My notebooks were filled with skulls. So this is from TX Rebel. CombatVet, I think is his channel. Actually, it's on the title if you want to check it out. But he laser engraves locks and anything really, but he did my logo up on this American lock for me. It's really cool. I'm gonna try pick it in a couple minutes. Yeah, it's sweet. Did a nice job. And this lock has some texture on it too. It's cool that the engraver ate right into that. Put that right on our front gate. Keep the sheep in, keep them off the road. I've met so many neighbors with the animals getting on the road when we were first getting started, but now we got the fences all together. Something to fix the issue. What's up with this fella? What are you saying? I think he's talking to himself. Or I'm missing some comments. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins in this one. Thank you, TX. Thank you, Rebel. This guy's motorcycles he rides. It's in some clubs. His logo again. All right, brother, you got it. Thanks again. It's very nice. Good work. All right. Let me try opening it. Why not, right? What's up, Jay Loves Animals? What's going on? Hey, G-Key. How you doing? I just got this lock from TX. He did a logo up on it. Very nice job. He helped me make that logo. We didn't have a logo before I started chatting with him. Long overdue for that. Trying to figure out how this lock works before I start picking it. Key's tight, that's all. All right. Use a custom pick that Green made. Made in America. I'll turn this a little bit, get adjusted here. So if it's 5 pins, never really picked on a recording before. I have, but this might be difficult to get the angles right. You can just hold the damn lock. Don't need to be in a vise. Break the pick off in there. Two of them. I'm gonna hold this lock. It's kind of weird in the vise. I don't want to scratch at the logo either. Give me a second. I don't have high hopes for me getting this tonight, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Did I shave that one down? No. I think I need a skinnier one. Yeah. Shave this one down a little bit. Give me a little more room. does that key look like? What am I dealing with? A medium, high, medium, low, low. Cheating, looking at the key. But hey, G key, you think you needed a lot of tension on these, or not too much? I think it was some you really got to crank on. This one I don't know just yet. Try a little bit. See if I get any hang up. There's one. Can't get back there. It's up too far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light to medium depends on what it takes. Is the core springy? What do you mean by springy? I'll show you the key again real quick. It's one of those ones where you have to put it in and then turn it to lock it, but then I don't need much force to turn to open it anyway, but as far as to hang the pins up, yeah, I like that medium. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Play with something else. No actuator spring. Is that when you have to turn the key to lock it? I'm not too good at the terms. I mean, just to give me an idea, to know if I'm struggling at a higher level, what do you know the difficulty? I know they have scales of what lock is, how hard and stuff, but how hard would this lock be? On average. Easy, medium, hard to pick. I'm not looking for a color. I don't even know the order of the colors. One, two. All right. Gonna take a break from that one. I'm not even gonna be on this too long. Got some ice cream to eat, and I've been staying up late working on the locks. I'm gonna try to call it a night when the missus goes to sleep. It's an American, it's hard to tell until you find out. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get into it. I picked a couple before. Thank you, Jiki. I just finally finished this one up today. I want to get a bunch of fingerprints all over it. Don't want to be sending him a smudgy lock. You get a glove. Where is my gloves? I haven't even picked this lock yet. I kind of want Green to be the first one to pick it. Get the full experience. Probably should though, right? Make a cutaway. I should pick it once. So with this cutaway here, in the top, there was originally this lock had taller top pins, and when the key was inserted, you would see all the pins, but I found some that are slightly shorter, which got them so that once they're all even, they'll be right at the shear line. So you just go off the visual window there. Once you know that's where the pins gotta be, pick them till they're right up to that point. It's just below halfway. And then that angle right there is pretty neat. The pins start to come out. Trying to get right there. I don't know if you could hear it. Got music going, but it's cool when they all clatter and come out. But the angle's perfect so that they'll swoop right back on in there. What's also neat about this is if you keep tension to the left, you'll see the pins start to hang up. And then you release the tension and they fall back down. Kind of gives you an idea of what pins will be touching the shear line first when you're picking. So it's like number 2, 3, and 4. This is only a 5 pin, so 2, 3, 4 are hung up, and then release the tension a little. Yeah, still hanging on to pin number 2. So like pin number 2. Oh, you know what? That's actually turning it to the left, so. But regardless, it just shows you what pins are kind of off center a little bit, which is pretty neat. So when you turn it, they won't fall out there. You come down here, and that little cut right there reminds me of like, what is it called? The gate on a Medico. I forget what the hell it's called now. That bar that engages the pins. It's almost a very similar cut. They won't come out of there. Sidebar, yes, thank you, thank you. And then comes all the way over, and it stops, and then you'll see them start to come out there. And when you turn it back, they swoop back on in. How I got it to stop was this here in the back. These are the original screws. I have the heads cut off. They're actually upstairs in my dresser, but I'll probably throw them in the package for green. But I chopped them, made them into flatheads, and then turn it to the left to get that view of the pins. What was that? Just a little over halfway, so it retains them right there. And then it stops right there. So I'm playing with zoom. And then turn the key this way. Comes over, and then I put a notch in this screw right there so that I could pass right through. Come around and then stop right there. And then that stopper is for these. So it was a lot of fine adjustments I took. Where's that part? I showed it in one of the lives, but it was a 3/8 pipe fitting, just a coupler, and basically cut it right where those notches are. I cut it a little proud and then filed it down, and then made a cut there. So that's this piece right here. If you see the dimension, this width right here, I had to hone in on that width, and I did it evenly on both sides so that this piece looks nice and centered, almost like a ring. So it's a little bit on the right, a little bit on the left. Boom, 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 boom. And then, yeah, there's a lot of back and forth. And then I drilled and tapped 3 retainer set screws. It's 6/32. It's the same set screws that fit up top here. I drilled and tapped those as well. I was surprised the 6/32 worked, because these 6/32 set screws that will fall straight through some of my other standard locks. And then to the point where I thought about using them as like a challenge pin or something, but I didn't want to be putting those threads in there. But anyway, so on the other standard locks, I was using a 4mm. 4mm fits perfect. And this lock has a 6/32. But anyway, same screws. One tool. I played with the finish. Put some pickle on it. Some gun bluing. It turned it like a nice... My lights are funky in here. I got so many lights on. But it's like a blue in the center, then purple on the outer sides. It was a pretty fun cut. Where are the cuts? Speaking of cuts, I'll show you the off cuts. So I did this on a bandsaw. There's that top little plate to keep the springs in. So here's a cut right here. This was probably like this. Yeah. I'm not gonna put it in there, it's gonna end up scratching it. I'll put it in, what the hell, right? Brass on brass, it won't scratch it much. Then this. There's a cut there. This was something like, no. This is the front. There's a cut there. I don't know what's front or back with this one. But there's that cut right there. And another little skimmer. Probably somewhere in here. Get out of there. See, that was a challenging one. It took a long time to finish that lock up. Shit, I probably could have... Where's the Medico? I probably could have done frickin' 3 of these to that one right there. All the polishing on the inside of this swoop right there. If you look at this cut, you see it's kind of angled. It's kind of like a, you see it flat, flat, flat. It was when I made a turn. It's like, How about now? Sometimes I see green, touches screen to turn it off and on, and it comes back. It's funny. Thanks, J-Dog. Good now? Oh my goodness. Makes me wonder what you missed. I'm talking nonsense. That's what I'm talking. Cool, thanks, Juki. I wonder how long it was out for. Pretty cool. Got some people in here. I make these cutaways. Get some old locks. This would start out as something like this. This is a pretty cool finish on it. Too bad it was all scratched up. It's like a bronze finish. But I'll cut it. You see the D. I'll rip it open and expose the pins. It's for practice lockpicking, whatnot. Got this one here, and I made the tail piece into a pick. So you could pick a lock with a lock. How convenient is that? Bet you've never seen that before. I'll show you what this one started out as. I just got some more today, but this is this lock right here. They're all slightly different though. Looks like this one is indented more. It could have been my finish. But you see these two shoulders right here where the screws go? I cut them flush. And then, yes, I cut it this way, then down. And then took a jeweler's saw and cut these windows in here and kind of accentuated the graphic a little bit. Wanted to keep the seagull. And I played with the finish. I put gun bluing on it. Gives it like a nice bronze look. And I blued this pick so it doesn't rust on me. And then these set screws here. Blew the pick, no rust. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did. Might not be able to tell with all the lights in here, but she's blued. I blued it and then rubbed some oil on it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love that stuff. I have to get more actually. I got a liquid kind and then a gel. And then I don't have any more liquid, so I'm just playing with the gel, which is kind of neat. You kind of brush it on and you can see where it sits. Let it sit for a little longer. Kind of stays active and does its work a little better than the liquid stuff, but the liquid stuff is great for the guns, wrapping around a barrel, making it all even. So there's that. I got a couple more minutes. I have these, I kind of want to light one of those. I took those out. I want to light what the hell are they called? A miner's lamp. See one of those lit up? Let's make a mess. There's a tall boy. I have a short one in the cabinet there with the hat. They get clipped onto a hat, but this one might have been a walking one. But this is back before batteries. And then this one right here goes on the front of a bicycle. Green, the red. I had to do some work on this. I soldered the top of it, had some cracks. Filled it. You can see the crack right there. One of them anyway. Technically still rust because being, what is it? Yes, yep, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta keep up on it, but rub some oil on it and it'll be just fine. Hell, that's some really good steel that was on that, on this. You can't even bend that. Some of the new ones, the cheap ones, you can bend right in half. But this one, you could lean on it. My fingers were popping. My knuckles were cracking and it didn't even bend it. So who knows if some of that old steel doesn't rust that much. Oh, I'm playing with that. I shouldn't play with that. Check out the inside of this too. I had to do a lot of work on this one to get it up and running. I had to put a new seal in there. Got that from the hardware store and just cut a new gasket. This one's neat because it has a interior. Yeah, I had to solder that up too. Thought I did a better job than that. It's starting to get oxidated. Should rub some oil on it. I thought I did around the top too. Yeah, this thing was in bad shape when I got it. That one and my other one were working. Carbide lamp, yes, yep. Got this in there to try to keep some of the moisture at bay. Yeah, I'll fire it up. I have some carbide here. Do that quick. I was gonna end this sucker at 9 o'clock, and here I am playing with a lamp now. I'm gonna do that one because this one has a lot more moving parts that I have to clean up. But yeah, check out the patent date, 1900. October 10th, 1899. December 12th, 1899. November 27th, 1900. I think this one's from Connecticut. No, this one's Chicago. Watt Manufacturing Company. Goes on the front of a bicycle. All right, I'm gonna speed it up here because running out of time. All right, I moved that mat so I don't burn anything. That. Get that all out of the way. Maybe a little towel. All right, so what you gotta wanna do is you open up this, water goes up here and it drips down into the carbide. So take that. Let me do the water after. Let's get down in here to the carbide. I put a new gasket on this. This one's nice and fresh. It's important that have a nice seal between here and here because this is where the gas is made. You want the gas to go up through that felt. There's felt up underneath that washer. Goes through the felt, keeps the water down, the moisture down, the water down, and then the water comes through and drips down through that nozzle, and you adjust the water flow with this gauge right here. So if you want it really bright, it drips kind of fast, and that's probably about a good flame right there. So I'm not gonna play with that, but you get your carbide here. This stuff's stinky. I'm only gonna do it for 2 seconds. Hopefully that's enough. 1, 2. Yeah, what the hell, right? Sit on the front porch. It's gonna be off gassing for a little while. And then you fill this up. A little bit. A little more. Something like that. And the reason you fill this up first, not on there, is to get a look at the drip. It's over here. See better. It's not dripping. The glove's getting stuck. Get this glove out of here. Maybe got seized up. We do got hard water around here. Working off a well. Oh, it's turning. Oh yeah, she's a little crusty. Heard it. There we go. All right. Doesn't it make acetylene gas? Yes. We're getting to there. So it's the water mixed with the carbide down here. I'm adjusting the drip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of fast. I forget the good starting point, but it's like 1 drip every couple seconds. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more. 1. That's kind of fast. Do it right there. So that's that notch. It's probably right about where I had it set. Just had to break that free a little bit. There was a little bit of corrosion on it. 1, 2, 3. Looks like it's dripping from above, not below. No, it's right down through that nozzle there. There's a seam right there, and this shaft goes right through and it opens this up. I think that's about good. We'll put that on there. It's already starting to smoke. Nice and tight, and then what you do is put your hand over here. Kind of holds the gas in there. And then almost had it. Should turn the lights off, right? And get a little more drip. There she is. Turn some lights off here. So every time it drips, you'll see the flame pick up a little bit. It's really low right now, but I don't want to crank it up a little bit. I forget which way is more. Hey, what's up, Labs? Playing with some fire. I'll turn out all the lights in a second so you see how bright this thing is. I'll turn out the lights right now. No, I'm gonna lose it. Don't lose. No, stay with me. Stay with me. All right. I forget which way is more drip. I should have taken note of that. Oh no, don't do it. You know, if I filled up the top more. I can't see now. Where are we at? What if I ran out of water? No, okay, I was doing it the wrong way. So this way is more gas. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Yeah, this is just the lamp right here. You probably hear it bubbling. Some hot brass going on. Yeah, pretty cool. The miners would, when they had a little free time, would make drawings on the, probably running out of something. It's about done. It would leave some black soot so you could write on the walls with it. I've seen people do some artwork with some the soot off of here. Probably do it one day. But yeah, that's that. Pretty cool. That's a stinky son of a... Yeah, they would soot messages into the timber. Yeah, nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then this one in here, that one has just like a straight nozzle. This one comes out and there's two flames and they kind of combine into one, which is pretty neat. I think this adjusts the gas flow. That one over there doesn't have a gas flow adjuster. I forget now. Yeah. Yeah, pinches the gas off a little bit. This one you could fine tune it a little more. You have the drip from the water, and then gas valve. All right, y'all. That's it for me. I'm going to get that sucker outside because it's still off gas. I got to rinse it too. The stuff that comes out of here, it turns into something. Turns into something. I don't know what it is. I heard it's not good. Yo, Green, good night. Good night. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm overdue for some good sleep. This sucker kept me up way too late. Many nights. Many sleepless nights. Not sleepless, but shit close to it. Glad that project's done. Get the plane out there in the farm and finishing my chicken coop. I haven't worked on that in a week. There was a little bit of rain, and then I got cold, and then a bunch of excuses. I didn't get out there. Yeah, thank you so much. It was fun. Shit, you just tuning in? I'll show it again real quick. I don't know if you've been there for a while, but check out the tolerance in that little passage right there. Goes through, comes, and then stops right on that. That's what retains the pins in there. I'll clean this thing all up. I tried not to touch it too much. I had a glove on earlier. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much. Thanks, Rebel, for the lock. Rebel sent me a lock with our logo in it. Alrighty. That's it from me. I'll grab this right now so I don't forget it. I gotta rinse these things out too, because that would corrode the hell out of the brass in there. It's not good to keep it in there. Clean it out every time. Alright. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night. Thank you. Peace.